Eagles insider Eagles unload Reagor in trade with Vikings Eagles insider Howie Roseman's efforts to unload Jalen Reagor finally paid off Wednesday when the Eagles shipped their former first-round pick to the Vikings. The team announced the move Wednesday afternoon. The Eagles got a 2023 7th-round pick and a 2024 conditional 4th-round pick that becomes a 5th-round pick if Reagor doesn't reach certain statistical plateaus. Kind of funny that a couple weeks after sending former second-round pick JJAW Arcega-Whiteside to the Seahawks, where he briefly was teammates with DJ Metcalf, the Eagles sent Reagor to the Vikings, where he's now teammates with Justin Jefferson. In 2019, the Eagles drafted JJAW 7 picks ahead of Metcalf, and in 2020 they took Reagor 1 pick ahead of Jefferson. Metcalf and Jefferson are now two of the best receivers in the NFL. In 2 years with the Eagles, Reagor caught 64 passes for 695 yards and 3 touchdowns. He started 24 games and played in 28. Reagor's career average of 24.8 yards per game is third lowest ever by an Eagles wide receiver with at least 20 starts, ahead of Greg Lewis and Kenny Jackson. Of 70 NFL wide receivers drafted in the first round since 1970 who started at least 20 games in their first 2 seasons, only 3 had fewer yards. Only 7 caught fewer passes. Only 4 had fewer TDs. He's never had 60 yards in a game. Darnell Autry, Ched Hall, Na Brown, Reno Mahe, Billy McMullen and Paul Turner all had 60 yards in a game for the Eagles at least once. With Reagor gone, the Eagles have an open spot on the 53-man roster and will presumably sign one of the 3 wide receivers they signed to the practice squad Wednesday, Deon Cain, Devon Allen or Britain Covey, to the active roster. Cain, who has NFL experience and had a terrific preseason, is the likeliest candidate. Roseman has now virtually turned over the entire wide receiving corps in 2 years. In 2020, the Eagles' leading receivers were Travis Fulgham, Greg Ward, Reagor, DeSean Jackson, John Hightower, Alshon Jeffery, Quez Watkins and Arcega-Whiteside. Of that group, only Watkins remains, and he barely played as a rookie in 2020, finishing with 6 catches. Since then the Eagles have added DeVonta Smith, A.J.